Welcome to the Victory Education Lounge. I'm your host, Maurice, and today we're diving into a fascinating topic: the role of growth factors in insulin resistance. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us reach more people with this valuable information. This complex interplay of biological elements significantly impacts our overall health, and understanding it can empower us to make informed decisions about our lifestyle and wellness. So, what exactly are growth factors and insulin resistance? Let's start by unpacking these terms. Growth factors are a group of proteins that have the important job of stimulating cellular growth, proliferation, and differentiation. They are like the project managers of our body's construction site, overseeing and directing the building, maintenance, and repair of our bodily cells. On the other hand, insulin resistance is a concept that many of you might have come across in discussions about diabetes. It occurs when the cells in our body start ignoring the instructions of the hormone insulin. Insulin acts like a key, opening the doors to our cells so that glucose, our body's primary energy source, can enter. When insulin resistance occurs, these doors remain stubbornly shut, leading to high levels of glucose in the blood. Now, you might be wondering, what is the connection between growth factors and insulin resistance? Well, it turns out that these two seemingly disparate biological phenomena are intricately linked. Growth factors can influence how our cells respond to insulin, and this interaction can significantly affect our metabolic health. For instance, some growth factors share structural similarities with insulin and can interfere with its signaling, contributing to insulin resistance. Others can improve insulin sensitivity, but their effects can be blunted in states of insulin resistance. In the upcoming scenes, we will delve into these interactions in detail, examining how different growth factors influence insulin resistance. Understanding these concepts lays the groundwork for our exploration of how these factors interact and what this means for our metabolic well-being. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this fascinating topic in the next scene. Now we'll look at 10 examples of how growth factors influence insulin resistance. Firstly, we have insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. This growth factor shares structural similarities with insulin, and an imbalance in its levels can contribute to insulin resistance. Second on our list is epidermal growth factor, or EGF. EGF can interfere with insulin signaling, which could potentially lead to insulin resistance. Next, we have fibroblast growth factor 21, or FGF21. This growth factor can improve insulin sensitivity, but resistance to its effects can occur in instances like obesity. Our fourth factor is transforming growth factor beta, or TGF-B. Elevated levels of this growth factor have been associated with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. At number 5, we have vascular endothelial growth factor, or VEGF. Changes in VEGF levels can occur in insulin-resistant states, which can affect vascular health. Up next is platelet-derived growth factor, or PDGF. PDGF can contribute to insulin resistance by promoting inflammation and fibrosis. Our seventh growth factor is hepatocyte growth factor, or HGF. HGF can improve insulin sensitivity, but its effects can be blunted in insulin-resistant states. At number 8, we have brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Lower levels of BDNF have been associated with insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. Next, we have nerve growth factor, or NGF. Changes in NGF levels can occur in diabetic neuropathy, a complication of long-term insulin resistance. Finally, we have growth hormone, or GH. Excessive levels of GH can lead to insulin resistance, as seen in conditions like acromegaly. These connections paint a complex picture of the role growth factors play in insulin resistance. Each growth factor interacts with insulin in a unique way, and imbalances can lead to a variety of metabolic issues. It's clear that maintaining a balance of these growth factors is crucial to overall insulin sensitivity and metabolic health. However, it's important to note that while each of these growth factors can influence insulin resistance, they do not act in isolation. Many other factors, including diet, exercise, stress, and sleep, also play a significant role. It's a complex interplay of many variables that ultimately determines our metabolic health. But knowledge is power. Understanding how these growth factors influence insulin resistance can help us make informed decisions about our health. It can guide our choices about diet and lifestyle and inform our conversations with healthcare providers. These connections between growth factors and insulin resistance are a fascinating area of study, and researchers are continually uncovering new insights. The more we learn, the better equipped we are to manage our health and prevent metabolic disorders. So let's keep exploring, keep learning, and keep striving for better health. Because understanding our bodies is the first step towards taking control of our health. These connections paint a complex picture of the role growth factors play in insulin resistance. Understanding these connections is the first step. The next is discussing solutions, management strategies, and prevention techniques. Let's delve into 7 strategies that can help manage and prevent insulin resistance, while also considering their pros and cons. First, regular exercise. Physical activity can modulate growth factor levels and improve insulin sensitivity. On the plus side, it offers overall health benefits. On the downside, it requires consistent effort and a time commitment. Next, balanced nutrition. A diet rich in nutrients can help regulate growth factor production. This supports overall health, but it may require significant dietary changes, which can be a challenge. Then, there's intermittent fasting. This eating pattern may influence growth factor signaling and offer potential metabolic benefits. However, it may not be suitable for everyone, particularly those with certain health conditions or those who are pregnant. Stress management is another key strategy. Chronic stress can affect growth factor levels. Managing stress improves overall well-being, but it can be challenging to implement in high-stress environments. Adequate sleep is essential. Poor sleep can disrupt growth factor production. While sleep is crucial for overall health, achieving a consistent sleep schedule may be difficult for those with sleep disorders or busy schedules. Targeted supplementation is another potential strategy. Some supplements may influence growth factor levels. This is an easy strategy to incorporate, but effects can vary, and more research is needed to fully understand their impact. Lastly, hormone therapy. In some cases, hormone replacement or modulation therapy could be beneficial. It's a more targeted approach, but it requires medical supervision and may come with side effects. It's important to note that these strategies are not one-size-fits-all solutions. Everyone's body is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your health regimen. These strategies provide a broad overview of ways to manage and prevent insulin resistance. But remember, every individual is unique. What works best for you may not work as well for someone else. We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring the complex relationship between growth factors and insulin resistance. This intricate dance of proteins and hormones, a symphony within our bodies, has profound implications for our metabolic health and well-being. We delved into the world of growth factors, these miraculous proteins that guide cell growth, reproduction, and differentiation. We discovered how they can influence insulin resistance, a condition where our body's cells turn a deaf ear to the hormone insulin's calls. We found that imbalances in growth factors, such as insulin-like growth factor 1 or epidermal growth factor, can contribute to insulin resistance, while others like fibroblast growth factor 21 and hepatocyte growth factor can improve insulin sensitivity. However, these benefits can be diminished in cases of obesity or persistent insulin-resistant states. In our journey, we also encountered the dark side of growth factors, such as transforming growth factor beta and platelet-derived growth factor, whose elevated levels are associated with insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation. We learned that even our brain and nerves are not immune to these effects, with low levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor and altered nerve growth factor levels tied to insulin resistance and diabetic neuropathy. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. We discussed solutions, strategies, and prevention techniques that can help us navigate this complex landscape. From regular exercise and balanced nutrition to intermittent fasting and stress management, we found ways to modulate growth factor levels and improve insulin sensitivity. We learned that even a good night's sleep can have a significant impact on growth factor production and our overall health. We also considered targeted supplementation and hormone therapy, although these methods require further research and should be undertaken under professional supervision. This intricate web of growth factors and insulin resistance underscores the importance of understanding our body's biology for our overall health. It's a testament to the intricate and beautiful complexity of our bodies, a complexity we're only just beginning to understand. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize the importance of understanding the complex interplay between growth factors and insulin resistance. By recognizing these connections, we can take a more comprehensive approach to metabolic health and overall well-being. Before we conclude, I must provide a brief disclaimer. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician. Your individual situation may require specific medical attention, and it's crucial to seek professional advice for personalized care. Thank you for joining me in the Victory Education Lounge. If you found this information helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences and questions can help others on their health journey. Until next time, this is Maurice, wishing you health, vitality, and balanced growth factor signaling.